Welcome, watchers of illusion, to my castle of confusion, and I'm looking at Maria Renard's Revenge on the Amiga CD32 version, actually, this one. Been looking forward to this for a while because it just looks so damn nice when on the previews. It's now finally released, so we're going to have a look at it today, and I hope you guys are going to enjoy it. I mean, just look at it. Look at it with your eyes, because otherwise, what's the point in having them? Anyway, look at this. Wow. All right. So, oh, and that's a nice touch. Straight away, did something I didn't even think you could do, and that's. I mean, yes, it's a Castlevania style-y. I think actually Maria Renard is part of the Castlevania franchise, anyway. But normally you whip those things with a whip with Simon Belmont or whoever else, and you get goodies from those. But apparently this just turns the lights out, which is cool. Really like the style of this. If you didn't know this was an Amiga, you'd probably say it was on a, I don't know, Mega Drive or a SNES perhaps. But damn, this is really, really nice. Oh poo. Okay, so it's a one-hit system. That's not so good. All right. But we'll persevere. We will persevere. So bear in mind this is level 1. Yeah. So just look at the design on the enemies, though. I'm just blown away by the art style of the game. Absolutely fantastic. So just on its initial presentation, it's a high scorer from just the, look at it. Look, it's just beautiful. It's beautiful to look at. Absolutely stunning and gorgeous. Which is great because the thing is that these days that games are getting so well represented by developers that are unlocking secrets of the consoles and the computers that they're actually doing stuff on. We would have never thought this possible back in the day. Absolutely fantastic. Look how smooth it is as well. There's a cat. Okay. Oh, I can throw said cat. Brilliant. And just instantly killed by fire bats. Right, so she can take a fireball in the face, but she can't take... Alright, that's weird. So there is a hit, sort of... I don't know. Have you got a hit system on here, or is it literally just anything other than a fireball is death? Let's have a look at the UI. There's not a lot to really report home about here, but you've got your lives, I believe, in the bottom left. I thought they were energy bars, but they're not. I do believe that those are your lives, the hearts. Tells you what level you're on, and then what your score is in the bottom right. I find it a bit strange that there's no sort of multi-hit system on this, and while it's kind of a challenge, if you're going to do that in a game, at least give people the options. I've just thrown that cat into... I just threw that cat into... Oh, for... I threw that cat into lava. That was my comeuppance for doing that. I died straight away afterwards. Yeah, if you're going to do this with a game, I would say at least add difficulty options, because for beginners, this really is a bit hard, because you really can't get hit by anything like physical. So you can get hit by a fireball a couple of times, but anything in contact with these kind of enemies and you die instantly. Even that rat running around down there will kill you instantly. So if you're going to do that, I don't know, maybe think about introducing a 2-hit system, or having an energy bar or something. I guess that can be done. Obviously, the other thing that I'm a bit concerned about is that the audio's a bit low. There's no alterations made here. This is the audio as you would be hearing it in game. It's really quiet, so that could really do with a bit of a pump up, I think. But minor point. But it'd be nice to actually hear the sound. There's a big dragon. It'd be nice to actually hear the soundtrack as you're going, and the sound effects and all that properly. So what I'll do is at the end, I'll pop the volume up a bit more. Oh God, so that we can try and get a bit more audio for you at the end, and give you a bit more of that. So there you are. Anyway, it's kind of like, it's not a puzzle game as such, but there you go. I got hit by a fireball and I did not die. So how does that work? If I got hit by anything else, that's instant death. So I don't know if that's a bug. Maybe you were supposed to get a couple of hits. Okay, can you jump across here? Let's have a go. I have to. Yes, gonna chance it. Oh, where did they come from? Okay, so there's another thing. No indication as to how you're supposed to get around that problem. So there's a couple of problematics in the first level already. So if you are watching this, maybe it's just it's some bits and pieces that I've suggested here is perhaps a difficulty system. making sure your collision detection is spot on. I know it might sound overly critical, but because the game's so damn nice, I want to enjoy it. But these things are taking away a little bit of my enjoyment from the game, and probably will with other people as well. Unless you're an absolute hardcore fanatic and you enjoy hard games, level 4 or 5 should be more, you know, on par. But level 1 and 2, no. Should be fairly easy to get past level 1 and 2. Just take into consideration the original Castlevania game on the NES. Level 1 and 2 were fairly nice. Level 3 onwards started to ramp up the volume. No, they started to ramp up the difficulty. You'll see what I mean. But yeah, it just mars an otherwise fantastic looking game, and it really is good. It really is. And so don't take this as a horrible criticism, but there are things that need to be improved on. That is literally one of them. One-hit deaths. I mean, even if it was just, you know, the original Castlevania games, you got hit, you got pushed back. Just do something like that, maybe. I don't know. Whether you can implement that, I don't know. But if you can, do it. And also, headbutting these ledges on the windows. That's really annoying. And fuck. Oh, nearly expleted then. Sorry, guys. But yeah. From what I can hear, the sound and the music quality is amazing. So let's pump that volume up a bit so we can actually hear it while we're playing. That would be another little bug fix I would have think that you guys could do. The control system's lovely, actually. Really works well. You got left, right, jump, duck, and fire, which are doves apparently. And that is very responsive. The only thing I found is that turning round can be a little bit slow. So I don't know whether that's something that is on my controller or whether that's something that's actually in the game. But turning around to face enemies once they're flying at you is kind of hard. But I don't know. That might just be me. So don't take that for gospel. But any comments from people that are going to have a go at this, I will include the download link in the description. So please go and have a play and see what you think. But I just feel like 2 levels in and we're already struggling. It shouldn't really be this difficult this early on. So having an energy bar, having a few hearts or whatever, just to keep you going a little bit longer through the early stages at least, would be a most welcome addition. But absolutely love the throwbacks to Castlevania with the cogs there. That's a Castlevania, you know, classic. And you got lots of things like the crows and stuff like that. They're really nice. Everything's just really gorgeous. Just a couple of things that are letting it down, and that's really frustrating. And like these, like, how are we supposed to get across there? All right, so just, you know, but look at it's just artwork. It's fantastic. We're going to give it another blast anyway, because we've still got a few other bits to check out. But yeah, sound and music from what I can hear is very good. I can't hear enough of it because it's too quiet. The control system's great. The graphics are absolutely stunning. Love this. And the animations, it's so smooth. You'd think this was actually a console game. So well done on that. It's absolutely incredible. So well done on all these points. But there are a couple of things letting it down. And if you can fix those things, then this game would get a solid 10 out of 10. But as it stands, it's going to be Dr. Point for the said issues that we've encountered so far. But so much work's gone into this. It's just, you know, I really hate to criticise it because I didn't want to. I didn't want to have to do that. But, you know, at the end of the day, you can't make a good game without feedback, right? So this is my feedback. And I urge people to go and play it because it really is great. But if you encounter the same issues, then, you know, it would help the developers out if you're having the same problems. There seems to be certain areas you can't duck as well, which seems to be a bit of an issue. I couldn't duck in that gap, for example. But the sort of puzzle elements are all there. Oops. You see what I mean? Just, you know, accidental things like that, you know, could be less punished by death. You could be like, oh, okay, you got hit by a lava bolt. But we'll just push you back a couple of centimetres. You know, just little things, little things. But other than that, this game is fantastic. And it's very, very good fun. Obviously, like I said, the difficulty level could be adjusted slightly to have different difficulty levels. Because if you're going to introduce this to a wider audience, younger and older players, then you're going to have to give them options because younger players are going to find this frustrating. Seasoned players will probably find it frustrating as well as they're getting into it. But at least give the option for a hardcore mode or something like that and tone it down a bit with a easier option for other players like myself. I'm not saying not saying just cater for me, but cater for the general, you know, casual gamer. Other than that, it's a great game. So congratulations on this. It's a fantastic title. What else have we got? We've got playability. We've got replay value. So playability. I mean, it's definitely playable. Take out, just fix those minor little things, and this game is an absolute bloody gem. And replay value, well, of course you're going to come back to it because you want to get further each time. Maybe a restart point would be good. A save point, something like that, would also be good because having to go back to the start again, or a password system, whichever, because that even harks back to the Castlevania games, doesn't it? And Castlevania 4 had a password system. So these are little things to consider. Oh, he didn't move the first time round. Oh, that was nasty. And he died shortly afterwards. Okay, never mind. But yeah, it's an absolutely fantastic game. Go and have a go. So the Scorpion engine is turning out to be a really, really useful tool for people. We're getting a lot out of the Amiga over the last couple of years. This is this obviously kickstarted in 2023 really nicely for the Amiga. I say it's playable on several systems, so go and check it out. Age rating, I would say any, but it's a little bit hard for the little uns. But you know, give it some time and some reiterations, and we'll see what happens. I will review it again. I'll do a revisited on this when there's some patches and updates on it. But until then, we'll leave it at the score I'm going to give it. It's not an unfair score, I don't think. So check it out at the end of the review, and I will be back very soon with something else for you to look at. Until then, my friends, you keep it retro, and until then, it's bye for now. Bye!
You